Yeah. Think about getting married, I get cold feet. Thinking about the days I was 4 deep. How I'm supposed to see myself down on one knee? Unless they say I don't make it, boy, it's a bet to me. These niggas wanna scope me, it ain't easy. They know I keep the pop, they know I'm squeezing. DA tryna lock me up, the real Revis. I'm nodding off the lean, but I ain't sleeping. I miss my nigga Spice, I'm still.
What's going on, man? It's your boy DC. On behalf of the Talk podcast, man, I'm your co-host, and let everybody know who I got in the building with me today, man.
Hey man, it's Neal, bro.
Ain't nothing but a gangsta party.
Like that up, Slim. Why you acting like that?
Oh shit. You done fucked up now. You done put two of America's most wanted in the same motherfucking place at the same motherfucking time. Y'all niggas about to feel this. Break out the champagne glasses and motherfucking condoms. Have one on us, alright? Picture perfect. I paint a perfect picture.
Yep. So, Neal, man, let everybody know where I know you from, man.
Hey man, me and DC played together, bro. We was teammates for a season, bro. Up at Boise State, Bleed Blue. It was a great time, man.
So, for the people that don't know where you coming from, man, let everybody know what part of the world you representing, and where your home at.
Oh man, I'm from the forefront, from Atlanta, Georgia, man. Zone 4, SWATs, all that, man.
Yeah, shout out. So, when we when we crossed paths, man, they said you was coming out of a school in California. What was that like?
Yeah, I was actually coming out of JUCO, so I came out of San Bernardino Valley College, out in IE. So yeah, I did about a season and a half with them, and then signed to Boise in the summer.
Yeah. So, what was that like, man, growing up, down south? How was that? What's the difference between down south and California for the people that don't know?
Man, it's just a different way of living. Like, I got family in SoCal, I got family in South Central, so I kind of had a feel for California living. But down south is totally different, man. It's just Southern hospitality. Just growing up, it's a little bit different. It's a lot, though. Like, specifically with football, you're going to compete against the best. That's just my opinion. I feel like Georgia's the best state out there. I'm just put that out there right now.
Yeah.
But, man, it was a great experience growing up, bro. I was able to see a variety of different socioeconomic lifestyles and make friends with people from that's living in Section 8 housing or people that, you know what I'm saying, their father or somebody in their family that played at the highest level. So it's definitely a variety and a plethora of experiences.
Okay. So, man, let's get into it. How was your experience at BSU?
Man, I truly enjoyed it. My time there, definitely. I was there for 3 seasons. My first year was with DC, bro, and just coming in as a young cat, was able to learn a lot. And for me, I was somebody that always felt like I knew a lot about the game of football and used my intellectual ability to allow me to perform on the field. And then just coming into that room at the time, we having, in my opinion, 4 or 5 guys that could have played at the next level, played at the NFL level. So that was just a great experience for me.
So, what got you into playing sports? What other sports did you play as a kid?
Man, I mainly played basketball. Really is my favorite sport, even to this day. I tell people that all the time, but I mainly played basketball and football. I didn't even run track till my junior year, and I really didn't run. I really just jumped. But yeah, it's been basketball and football for the majority of my life.
Yeah. So, how was the household growing up? Did you have siblings, mom and dad, or
Yeah,
what was
so
that?
I grew up with my brother and my stepdad and my mom. So that was pretty much my family nucleus, just growing up and stuff like that.
And how was that? Because a lot of the stereotype for black men is we don't have both parents, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what they expect out of us. So how was that? With your stepdad being around, and just growing up in a double parent household, you could have had just one parent
Yeah.
versus, no parents, so how was that?
No, it's definitely a positive, bro. Like I have friends that unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, fall into the stereotype or they have on a mom or just living with their dad. But for me to have both parents and really truly inspire and trust me with what I want to do with my future, things of that sort, and support me entirely was definitely a positive and a benefit to my where I am today.
Yeah. So, I was gonna say, so how was high school and middle school? What middle school did you attend? Did you go to middle school in Atlanta?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
My sixth grade year, I was possibly thinking about going to Horace Mann out of LA.
Mhm. Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I spent my majority of my middle school was at Food and Leadership Academy, which was a charter school. Um, it was rough to keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Um, it was mostly filled with guys that got kicked out the public school program. But like for me, I think it was a good experience. It was an all boys school, so it wasn't really too much distractions. It was solely focused on sports, and like matter of fact, we got like guys that attended that school at least like I would say 15 plus that's playing professional sports right now. So yeah, it was definitely crazy within that time frame. But at the time, I was frustrated, man. Just no girls in middle schools is tough, but you look back at it and see the positive you got. I got a better education than I would have in the public school system, just being in the inner city of Atlanta. But outside of that, man, it was what it was. And then in terms of high school, I actually did this program called A Better Chance. This was a program that basically gave back to like inner city kids in Atlanta for an opportunity to get a better education. Obviously, that meaning private school. So my freshman year, I went to Our Lady Mercy Catholic High School.
Yeah.
And then actually before that, my eighth grade year, I didn't play for my middle school. I played for the feeder program. I was going into the high school. So I was able to get around some guys that were possibly going to that high school that next year. And even with that being said, like within that team, I would say about 60% of those guys was guys that I grew up with. And we just played rec ball together. And then I think we was trying to get our whole team to go to that high school at that point in time. Just things didn't work out, people getting into the school, stuff like that. But yeah, ninth grade I went to Our Lady of Mercy High School. My 10th grade year, I transferred to Grady High School downtown. If you know, you know. Man, I think they changed it now to Midtown, but was able to play there. And then my senior year, I transferred to Trinity Christian for my last 2 years. Yeah.
So this all in Atlanta?
Yeah, pretty much. Trinity Christians is out near Peachtree City, so it's about 45 minutes from downtown. Out Sharpsburg, Fair County area, Coweta County area, another private school. So, yeah, I did that for my last 2 years.
Okay. So you graduated from there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And so after high school, you know, what was that like? What was the next step going forward?
Man, obviously looking to play at the next level. My junior year, I got hurt. I pretty much tore my hamstring, so I wasn't able to play. And then I tried to do as much as I could to kind of spike up my recruitment my senior year, and things just didn't turn out how the way I wanted to. I was getting opportunities. I maybe had 2 or 3 FCS Division I offers, but I wanted to bet on myself, bro. So I took a year prep, fall of 2019. Still didn't get the opportunities I wanted, and then I was like, man, I'm just gonna bet on myself again. I'm gonna go to JUCO. Did JUCO from 2020 to summer 2021. Summer 2021, I signed up to Boise. So man, God bless me, bro, and really saw my heart with it. Dedication, just gave me opportunity.
Right. So when you attended, matter of fact, hold on. So what was your first offer ever, like in high school or JUCO, whatever it came?
Man, I'm trying to think. I want to say, I think I got offered by Stetson University.
Okay.
And that was my junior summer.
And what position was you getting offered to play?
I was playing receiver at the time. Yeah, I really didn't start playing corner and DB till I really want to say my senior year. I only played corner and DB in the championship game my junior year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you was an offensive player at first, is what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I was too. I was like that. So I came into Boise as a receiver, and I ended up switching to corner, as you know. But a lot of people back home used to tell me, like, bro, you not a receiver. You could run fast and you could catch and stuff, but they're like, bro, you a Division I corner, and I just didn't have confidence. So, me being hard-headed, I ended up going up there and, doing the complete opposite, and it ended up working out in my favor,
Yeah.
So it's like, I say that to say, we're going to get into the story later on, but, you end up coming to Boise to play corner.
Yeah.
And it's like, after I end up leaving, I start seeing you on the field.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a blessing that you was able to come in, and learn and be able to develop and put that all on the field.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think even myself, like I said, I consider myself like a student of the game, even from a young age, just knowing things and things of that sort. But I mean, everybody hear about it, but the transition from high school to college is totally different. Even from JUCO to college is a little bit different. I
Yeah.
had some knowledge of the system coming in, just a lot of cover four stuff, and that package. But outside of that, I was brand new, so I was really just trying to be a sponge, bro, learn as much as I can, and same way y'all did it for me, bro. I was trying to give back to the younger guys throughout my career.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, man. That's all you can do, man. Pass the torch down, you know. And also be a student of the game as well. That's the best thing. You can't never not learn, It's
Yeah,
always room for growth and improvement, man. So like I said, that's good, J Neal. Like, so, fast forward, you end up going to JUCO, right?
yeah.
And talk about the Boise State process, man. Like, how was that? How did that come about?
Yeah, so my defensive coordinator at San Bernardino, he had coached at Boise in the early 2000s. I want to say '01 to about '03.
Hmm.
Coach Kenny Lawler, shout out Coach Lawler.
Shout out to
So
Coach, man.
he was actually pushing my prep film out, some of my high school film out while I was in JUCO, because I mean I was in JUCO in the middle of COVID.
Hmm.
We were supposed to have a spring season that ended up getting canceled, so I was trying to wait till that next fall to play. My recruitment started picking up. I started getting a little bit more offers than I had after my prep season, and was able to get some opportunities I was really trying to consider. And then one day I got a DM from Coach D asking if I was willing to sign out right now. So, I mean, that's kind of how I got started, and we went through the process of that, came up on a visit, worked out for him, and then got my offer on the spot.
You was on scholarship when you came to Boise.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, no knock to walk-ons, but you feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
That's good.
I'm from, I can't do it, bro. That's on.
Yeah.
Proud
Nah, I
to.
feel you. So, feel me? So you took a visit and he offered you on your visit.
Yeah, so they came up. Coach Lee kind of explained the situation to me. They were looking for another guy to add to that. I want to say it was a 21 class. I
Hmm.
think Zay Bradford was 2020. He gray shirted that
Yeah.
spring before I
Uh-huh.
came. Yeah, so
Shout out Zay Bradford,
yeah,
man.
shout out Zay, bro. Um, so they was looking for another guy to add to the DB room, saying they were considering some other people, even some guys that were in the portal at the time. But they was like, we're gonna have you come up, we're gonna do a workout. We like what we see, we're gonna offer you. If we don't, you'll move it on. We sure you'll get signed by somebody else, because I was going into I think technically my first JUCO season being on the field, so I wasn't really tripping. I was just, man, thankful for the opportunity. Was gonna show my talents, and God blessed me in a way where they liked what they saw and they gave me an offer.
Yeah. So man, that's congratulations on that too, bro. For real, because a lot of people don't get that opportunity and that chance.
Mhm.
So how was you feeling, man, when they told you like, man, we want you?
Man, look, like I remember when I had the first phone call with Coach D and Coach Ab, bro. I was like, it's done. Like
Hmm.
even before them offering me and really getting into detail about the situation, once I got the opportunity, I knew it was gonna be killed. That's
Yeah.
all I needed, bro.
Yeah. So you get there 2021 and man, I remember your first day out there. You had the blue blood shirt, I think, with the black shorts. I think that's what they had. They
Yeah,
changed it
yep.
because we used to wear blue blood shirts with the blue and white shorts.
Mm,
So I remember we seen you out there, and you was rocking the natural,
man.
the afro. I'm like, man, who is that? They like, that's the new corner. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, so we got this thing we do where we introduce ourselves, and once we find out what position you play, you sticking with us
man.
all the way through the season, through whatever. So man, you was awful quiet when we first met you, but once we got around and we start kicking
Yeah,
it, and just spending time together in the film room, and DB meetings, man, it was like, all right, you feel me, J Deal, cool, this the boy, this the bro.
yeah, for
So
sure.
How was that like? Just that whole, beginning. Was you like? Because you from Atlanta, but you spent time in Cali too as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So how was the adjustment? And what's the differences? Tell people what's the differences between, Boise and Atlanta and Cali.
Man, it's night and day. If I'm just gonna be completely honest, bro. I tell people all the time, bro. I didn't see a white person until I got to the ninth grade. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not to say it was a bad thing. That was just my experience and how it was growing for me, growing up. But coming out there, bro, it was a change of scenery I think I needed. It allowed me to mature and grow up a lot. Just as who I am as an adult, as a football player, as a student athlete, a multitude of things, and be able to kind of be a little bit more open and establishing friendships and relationships with people. Because man, for the longest I was keeping to myself, and that's just how I was. Because I was man just focused on getting the opportunity I got. So man, I definitely appreciate the opportunity and the experience, and man, even the relationship to this day, bro. We family, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So talk about that, man. Like because at Boise, we speak and we feed off brotherhood
Right.
and family, man. So just give the people a rundown, like how serious that is when we come together and we install it, man, and that's just what it is. When we get there, we just talk about bleed blue, Bronco brotherhood, all that. So
Yeah.
give the people a rundown, man, on how serious that is when you enter that building. Excuse me.
It's a unique experience, bro. I will say that. Like, I mean, everybody done been around football, and every team be like, "Oh, this a family." Nah, it's different up there, bro. And I can
Yeah.
honestly see that. Even just me being removed from the program, my time there, even before, I kind of knew Neal through somebody, and he was talking about how I was up there a little bit. So I had an idea, but I didn't really fully get the experience until I was, man, in the program. But
Yeah.
man, it was a lot, bro. Just like me learning, guys willing to teach me, guys willing to, you know what I'm saying, take me under their wing and show me how things are supposed to be done. And then in return, man, I'm trying to do the same thing for the guys that, you know what I'm saying, came up under me.
Yeah. So, uh, yeah, man. So you get there 2021. Who was your position coach at the time?
Man, Jerron Johnson, man.
Shout out Coach JJ, man. So how was that relationship?
Man, it was a little bit weird, bro. Just because I grew up a Seahawks fan. I was born in
Yeah.
Tacoma. So seeing them on their runs, you know what I'm saying, Super Bowl, going back to back Super Bowl 1-1, him being a part of the Legion of Boom, I knew he was.
Hmm.
I didn't know he went to Boise State. I didn't know he was an alum. Really didn't know he was gonna be my position coach. So I kind of did my research on my trip up there, but I was able to learn a lot in terms of situational football, even just outside the X's and O's, just from him. So I definitely appreciate Coach JJ. We still talk a little bit to this day, man.
Yeah. For sure. Shout out to Coach JJ. Um, I was described, fall camp day. What is that like?
Man, sun up to sundown, man. It's early mornings and late nights, and for me, you always hear about Division I college football fall camp and how that's gonna be. And like growing up in the South, man, we used to it a little bit. I'm not gonna say it's the same exact thing, but we do have spring football. We got summer camp and we got fall camp, and we go into that to our scrimmage, and then we play our regular season. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit of familiarity with it, but it's nothing like it, to be honest, bro. And if you lived in Boise, you know it's 4 seasons out there. So you're
Yeah.
gonna get 100-degree heat the first couple days, the first couple weeks, and you're gonna have to thug it out. And at the same time, you're trying to compete and get on the field. So it's a lot of things we do with mental fortitude, being where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do, and then just trying to compete at the end of the day. I mean, we came up there to play football, so
Yeah. How was your first practice? Like describe that. Describe not first. I'm talking about first, nigga. I mean first when you step on the field like that, like a workout. That because you're not
yeah,
gonna come there and straight to fall camp. You're gonna come work out in the
yeah,
summertime,
yeah,
get ready.
yeah.
Then you feel me. So how was that your first day when you was seeing everybody? Was you nervous? Was you overwhelmed? Was you?
Honestly, bro, I remember I had my visit and I obviously committed, and they offered me, and then I was supposed to be back up there. I wanted to say a week before 4th of July, a week after 4th of July, and like me, just being a competitive person I am, I'm trying to see what the depth chart looking like, and I'm looking guys up and seeing guys on social media. I'm following guys, just you know what I'm saying, doing my due diligence, and I remember seeing Markel,
Yeah.
and like when I first got there, I didn't see him. I was like, I'm a little bit confused. Come to find out, bro cut his hair. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that threw me off. But no, my first workout, it was challenging. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I wasn't somebody that wasn't gonna stay in shape or not work out. I mean, even now, and like, shoot, putting that extra at Boise, man, I was always gonna do something. But it definitely was a challenge for me. But it wasn't something I couldn't do.
Yeah.
And I think after the first day, I was like, okay, this is how it is. Then you go through that week, man, you get to Friday, it's them deck days, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, so talk about it. Let's talk about it. What was your first day like, man? Them decks. I know you seen the videos on Instagram of me talking about it. I want your opinion on that. What's that like?
Man, look, like I think at the time we were squatting first and then going to run decks. I think that
Uh-huh.
year. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, we just gonna run a stadium type. I done did that in high school. Obviously it's gonna be a little bit more just with the size of the stadium and things of that sort. But you know what I'm saying, in the weight room it's first demanding, like you gonna get this work in first. So I'm trying to max squat, trying to do as much as I can in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you realize like you gotta go out here and run in a second. But man, getting up on them decks, I think that my first rep, I was like, okay, this is a little tough. That second one, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a long day for me. And then I think I failed my first day. And if you fall, it's reps. And it's
Yeah.
done for the whole day. But I think that day we ran 12. Because it was the middle of the summer. So I think we was at 12. But man,
Yeah.
I struggled. I wasn't behind everybody, but I was pretty middle of the pack, but it was difficult.
You was keeping that pace.
Yeah.
That's really what it is, though, bro. Like with the workouts, and I'm not. This ain't. Go all the way out. If you ain't gonna go hard, then don't do it at all. But
Exactly.
the key to some workouts, man, is just keeping your pace. But you don't want to be cheating and BS and give your all, but at the same time be smart too. Cause it's like if you got 20 reps to run something, bro, it ain't no
Mhm.
point of going
Yeah.
all out the first five. Then when you gotta run the seventh through the last couple ones, you gonna be gassed. So it's like just be strategic, man. So, man, what's that weight room like?
Man, I was somebody that always embraced the weight room
Uh-huh.
after my high school career. Like I
Yeah.
always lift and do a little bit in the weight room, but shoot, in high school I mainly squatted, bro. I wasn't too much on the bench. I didn't feel like I needed it. But my prep year and my going into JUCO, I put on about 20 pounds, bro. I went
Yeah.
from like 159 to about 179, 180,
Uh-huh.
and changed my body entirely, and was, you know what I'm saying, taking the weight room is extremely serious. Even to this day, man, I went up and got a workout in this morning. But
Yeah.
I end up throughout my time there, man, I'm top 5 pound for pound on the strength board, bro.
There we
And
go.
I remember my first year, I remember seeing you up on that board. And
Yeah.
you were doing the weight room in the squat and stuff. I was like, man, I'm gonna try to catch DC.
Yeah, my boy, man. Shout out. So, who was the weight coaches in there?
Man, well, I had Kagi. Kagi was
Yeah.
my
Shout out
yeah.
Coach Kagi.
Shout out Coach Kagi, Coach all them boys, man. I love them, bro. They
We
they
had
had
who we had? We had Coach was it Coach Brandon?
yeah, Coach Brandon. We had
Coach White?
Coach White,
Yeah.
JB, Jalen.
Uh-huh.
Kagi.
Damn, man. Shout out
Yeah,
Coach. I
Jake.
forgot about
Shout out
him.
Jake.
Yep,
Shout
shout
out
out
Jake.
Coach Jalen. But they was I feel like do you feel like what they was doing was like helpful?
It's hard to say. Well, I'll say this. My first year, I'm just doing it because I don't know no better. And
Yeah.
then I think going into my first spring, it was like, okay, I think I'm understanding what they're trying to do because you know how it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's different ways of lifting weights depending on the cycle that you in. Like this
Uh-huh.
in-season stuff, there's guys it's different workouts for summer, spring. They'll send you home with a little packet
Yeah.
and do certain stuff. But no, it benefited me. I know for some people it didn't.
Yeah. Nah, it for sure it benefited me too. I was just trying to get your opinion.
Yeah. But nah, bro, I made extreme gains, not even just considering weight, but like just pure strength, bro. Like I mentioned throughout my time there, majority of my time there, I was top five pound for pound skill in
Yeah,
terms of body weight to weightlifting ratio.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm talking about, and that I feel like that translated on the field, with you. So
Yeah,
how was that? Lifting weights, working out in the summertime. How did that prepare you for fall camp?
man. I would definitely say the circuits, bro, in the summer really got me right, just in terms of conditioning. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's football, man.
Yeah,
It's only so much you can do. You're gonna line up against this one guy. You're gonna have to win. But I think that's something that was new to me was just being in that level of shape and having
yeah.
that endurance and be able to, I'm saying, keep that level of condition throughout the entirety of a practice. Like my first day, I was gassed. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was
Fall
gassed.
camp.
Yeah, I was dead.
Hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? White's not getting the blue and orange reps right now. So it's like you getting out there, you going through all the circuits and things of that sort. And then it's like, okay, maybe middle of practice and end of practice you're gonna get your little 8 plays. But man, I
Yeah.
was dead. Yeah.
So, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm all good, yeah.
So, for the people that don't know how it is, right? Fall camp. So for y'all that don't know, fall camp is it's an all day thing. You feel me? You waking up at 6 in the morning, you got breakfast, you got meetings, we
Mm-hmm.
practicing during the day, we finish practice, we meeting again all day to damn near 10 o'clock. So, how was your how did you adjust to that? Because I know the first day it's like, dang, this not,
Man,
this ain't what we thought it was gonna be like.
man, not at all.
Cause even my freshman year, they used to tell us like, man, fall camp, fall camp.
Mm-hmm.
We like, man, what's that? They like, man, you practice it all day from 6 o'clock to 10. And at the time, I never heard of that yet. So I'm like, what is it? In my head, I'm like, what is it
Yeah.
to do from 6 to 10, just
Man.
football? We're just gonna keep practicing. They
Mm-hmm.
like, at the time they was like, yeah, man, you just gonna practice all day. So I'm like, then when the day came, fall camp, and they gave us the schedule, I'm like, bro, it's really not even just practice. It's just the
Man.
meetings that you be in the
Yeah.
activities. So how was your experience with that?
Um, like I said, like in high school we had a little bit something similar, so it's definitely not as long, but in terms of structure was kind of mirrored. But the thing that got me was just like you said, like the meetings, bro. Like,
Hmm.
like I remember in the middle of my first fall camp, he was like, okay, if I get through practice, I'm good.
Yeah,
But it was about, man, saying, just paying attention, learning as much as you can throughout the meetings, throughout the day, staying mentally focused and locked in. And
hmm,
like I said, you're just trying to compete, bro. You're trying to make that bust, trying to make that plane.
yeah. There you go. Say that. So fall camp, right?
Yeah.
Like you just said you're trying to compete and make that bus. How serious, for the people that don't know, man, how serious and how important is fall camp?
It's paramount, bro. You got guys like myself or in similar situations where you transferring in the summer, and maybe not me because I was technically a freshman at the time, but there's other guys that's coming in like they trying to compete, get up on the field, and it's already guys that shoot been there 3 4 years trying to do the same thing, or guys that are starting. I remember my first year in our room, bro. We was having a quarterback battle to keep it a
Yeah,
buck. We was trying to see who was gonna start on the field and boundary. And like I said, in my opinion, bro, we had 4 or 5 guys that could play NFL level. So
yeah,
just seeing that and that being my first experience is it's a little shocking. But
yeah.
man, fall camp it's gonna be a great experience if you make it a great experience.
There
Like
we
if you
go.
put the work in the summer and the cycles before, you're gonna reap the benefits, bro. Hard work make easy work.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My boy kicking knowledge, man, to the
Yeah.
U. So, how you, and this off topic, but I hearing you top game and giving it authentic, man. I want you to give me your opinion. How you feel about these young cats in this generation, right?
Yeah.
They scream
Um,
D1, D1 bound, and they get to a college, they not playing right away, and they just leave, getting deported. How you feel about that?
man, My experience and my how I got to Boise, bro, is the direct opposite of how the culture is right now.
Uh-huh.
I had to literally make everything for myself. I had to work for everything.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan of, you know what I'm saying, 7-on-7 culture and how easy things can appear to be. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And just, man, you do a season someplace and you dipping out. Don't get me wrong, I transferred. It's times when you're supposed to do what you need to do for yourself, but don't come in there and you transferring because you're scared to compete. Or
Right.
you was promised something as a true freshman and that didn't turn out to be. I don't think a lot of people realize, bro, like you're not finna play your first year. You're not gonna
Uh,
play maybe your second year. It might be your third year that's gonna be really getting you up on the field. If we being realistic and honest, because it's like it's grown men, bro. You're 17, 18, 19 years old, and this guy's 21, 22, and he got 2 seasons left and he's trying to make it to the league. It is what it is. Y'all may have the same talent level, but like I said, that adjustment from high school to college is totally different. Just being a student of the game and knowing situational football and things of that sort. But even now, my last season, like I just not a fan of it, bro. Like the mentality is totally different
yeah.
across the entire landscape of college football. So it's a lot of just like it's a lot of talking and not enough working for me.
Yeah. That's good game. That's a good game right there. How you feel about NIL?
Man, it's a good and bad thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if you focused on just getting a check, you ain't gonna last long, bro. And you
Mm-hmm.
might get your check. You might
Yeah.
get your check for 4 years, but the ultimate goal is to play at the highest level. And they looking at
Exactly.
that too, bro. So like, I know I benefited from NIL and the collective,
Mm-hmm.
just being in the modern landscape of college football. I definitely feel like players should have been able to make money off their name, image, and likeness. I mean, I can say specifically at Boise, we making a state and university hundreds of $1 millions a year, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
for us to get none in the past is that's shady, bro. But
Yeah.
I'm definitely appreciative of them passing laws and bylaws to allow us to benefit off it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's a good game. So, right, let's get back into, our culture,
Man,
our bleed blue culture, man, brotherhood. So you had a room, like you said, you had a room full of dudes that could play on the next level, right?
yeah,
So, you know, and I'm not including myself in this, because this is your interview,
mm-hmm.
but it's like, we had dudes like Kel, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, Kel was a dog, still is a dog.
Mm-hmm.
We had Biggs,
Yeah,
a dog, still is a dog.
man,
We had Reed, a dog, still is a dog. Feel me? We had Jay Reed, but Jay Reed was hurt majority of the time. We had
yeah,
Noe,
yeah,
we had you.
yeah,
We had Samaje was a safety, but he ended
yeah,
up switching the corner for a little minute.
yeah,
We had C Mitch.
man,
We had Jay Clark, Jalen,
yeah,
and Donovan.
and don't
You
know.
feel me? But y'all was all young dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So, how was that experience like playing and seeing all us, play? Not seeing
Yeah,
us play, but
yeah,
just all us playing together as a
yeah,
DB or
bro.
cornerback unit.
Like, man, I'm gonna speak for the secondary, bro. Well, shoot, the whole defense, bro.
Mm-hmm.
BYB, we was close. We was,
BYB,
yeah. Look, Boneyard
man,
boys.
we have Boneyard boys, man. Shout out
Yeah,
BYB.
man, we was the ones, bro. And specifically to our room, we carried a little swagger about ourselves, and we was trying to,
Yeah,
I'm saying, mirror a little bit of CR's Legion of Boom a little bit with JL and T Jones and I'm saying Kala. Then we had our corners, bro. We was 6'2" plus across the board. And
yeah,
then like within the room, you know what I'm saying, you got guys that, like I said, you got the 4 or 5 guys at the time that were upperclassmen and looking to go into the league and should have or played or should be in the league. But you got those guys, and then you got guys like myself that are underclassmen. So we kind of carried a little bit like that's how they did it. We got to do the same thing. And like my last 2 seasons, that was big, especially last year, bro. Like in the secondary specifically, just being, I'm saying, in the 2 deep, being able to rotate it on the field, like it was a standard that was going, you know what I'm saying, that was established years before we came, years
yeah.
before even y'all came, bro. So it's
Mm-hmm.
about, you know what I'm saying, making sure you doing what you're doing for the defense. But I think like I said, for us being able to look at y'all, bro, and guys that was playing, it was like, okay, we need to make this. That's gonna be us one day. You know what I'm saying, with me, JC. I'm saying Rod. We got Zion in there, Shay. So we was like, yeah, after they leave, bro, it's our time, and we can
Yeah.
only honor them by playing and performing on the field.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Good game, man. That's a good game right there. So, what was it like when you finally found out you was getting on that bus and traveling?
Man, I actually traveled my true freshman year.
Uh-huh.
We had some injuries in our corner room, unfortunately, that led to me, you know what I'm saying, get up on the plane, get up on the bus. And that experience was once in a lifetime, bro. You always dream about playing at the college football level, Division I level, FBS, Power 5 level. You seeing how things are really done and how serious it is. My personality never was like jokey, you know what I'm saying, play around time.
Yeah.
Um, I would kick it with the guys when it's time to kick it with the guys, but it's a real life business. But just being able to travel my first year allowed, I think, even now, it allowed me to kind of view football and this business of college football totally different and really understand what people were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Just with the, you know what I'm saying, the travel, you got the fan experiences, you going on away games, it's folks talking crap to you, looking up your name, you know what I'm saying, looking up your mom's name, things of that sort. That was, you know what I'm saying, you had a little bit of that at high school where I'm from, but not to that magnitude. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a good experience, and I learned a lot, bro.
So, I didn't get a chance to tell you, but for the people that's watching and that's gonna watch this, man, explain to them what traveling means.
Yeah, traveling means basically just you made the travel roster. So obviously there's a lot of amount of guys on the team. I would say I think they cut it down this year to 105. Usually teams travel about 55 to 65 guys. So you're
Mm-hmm.
leaving 40, 30 dudes at home, and most of the time that's underclassmen. Like myself was at the time until I got the opportunity to travel. I think I traveled after I want to say the second or third game. He was pretty fast. I remember talking with JJ like, hey man, like one more person go down, it's time to play, and that's just what it was. But yeah, it's basically travel roster. So yeah, you part of that 55 to 65 guys that's gonna get on the bus and plane and do battle with another team.
Yeah. There we go. So, how was it feeling when you actually this matter of fact, man, describe your first time getting on that field. What's that like?
Yeah, bro. I think
What game was it? Like describe the whole feeling, everything.
my first game, I can't remember who we was playing. I know it was away though. I want to say it was Colorado State my first year,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I was out there for special teams, man. And it's just it's a little nerve wracking, bro, because like obviously you practicing, you going through meetings, you doing the scouting report, things of that sort, and even like I said, for guys that's, you know what I'm saying, transitioning from high school to college and even JUCO to college, man, special teams is it's its own thing. Like there's scouting reports for special teams, there's guys that you're looking at. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing my job with the opportunity I was given. I think I was on punt return as a jammer, and had to do a job for a couple series. I think I think we killed Colorado State that game. I think that was Neal threw up the X in the end zone that
Oh, it
game.
was so was
Yeah,
that was 2020.
that was 2021.
I think that was the game after. Was that the game after BYU?
Yeah, at
Okay.
BYU number 10.
Yep, I remember. So how was that though? Like, was you nervous? Was you overwhelmed, or was you like, man, I'm ready. I've been waiting for this.
Man, like I remember like okay, I think Coach Collins was a special teams coordinator at the time. Him walking over to me like, hey, bro, you finna. I think it was Biggs. I was going to get Biggs for a couple series at punt return. He was like, you can just go out there and do your job. And obviously, it's like it's not OD, so it's like it's not like oh I'm gonna give up a touchdown, but it's still football, man. But
Mm-hmm.
I definitely was a little bit nervous going up out there. But I think after a couple times running down, I was smooth, bro. I was
Yeah,
confident. Yeah,
he was ready.
yeah,
So okay, so fast forward. How was your experience your first day playing defense?
man. It's nothing like it, bro. Just being out there with your brothers. Like
Uh-huh.
I don't think people understand. I could say specifically playing at Boise, bro, it is different. So like you going through spring ball and summer ball and workouts and camp, and then you finally get the opportunity to come on the field with the guys that you know what I'm saying, grinded with
Yeah.
and endured a lot with, bro. So I think that hit me more than like, oh, I'm finally playing on TV, or I'm finally, you know what I'm saying, stepping on the field as a defensive player for the first time. So just being appreciative and grateful for the moment, and then just trying to go out there and execute and do my job. But man, I think I was just, man, focused on just making sure my tech was right, bro. Just at the line, you know what I'm saying? At Boys, we play a lot of press.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved that and enjoyed that. So I think I was just trying to make sure I was technically sound and ready. Um, yeah, bro. It was a surreal moment for me.
Yeah. That's how it be. Like that first time, man, you got them like my first game playing was 2018, my redshirt freshman year.
Mm,
And we was playing UConn. I think we was blowing them out. And when I got out there, I was kind of like, man, like just looking around. And once I got, once I was able to run around and stuff, I'm
yeah.
like, oh, this is, it's not too much different,
Years was
you know.
ball.
So, you know how it is. The first game jitters.
Mm-hmm.
Then after like a couple plays, you be like, oh, I could do this. This I came here to do this, so it's like I know I could do it.
Yep.
Feel me? So, you know, what was your first like practice game, like game week, game scouting week? Not for our camp, but like now we in the season. How was
Yeah.
that for you? Like to practice the scout teams and all
Yeah.
that, going against scout team. How was that?
Now, I remember our first year, our first game, 2021, we was playing UCF. And
Hmm.
if you know, this inferno practices. And they finna, you know what I'm saying, lock us up in there, turn all the air off,
Yeah.
make it hot, musty up in there, bro. It stank, sweaty.
Indoor
They
indoor
sacrifice.
activities.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Just I think that was like okay, this is real now. Like we simulating weather for an opponent, which is
Yeah.
crazy. We was obviously I think we was flip flopping, so we did some grass practices because UCF had grass in the bounce house.
Hmm.
And then was doing some inferno, but you know what I'm saying, playing scout team and stuff like that. I won one of those guys that blow I'm on scout team. I kind of knew how it was gonna be for my first year, and like I said, I was able to travel and you know what I'm saying, bounce back and forth as the season went along. But man, I took advantage of my opportunity down there. I remember me, Je, shout out Je,
Yeah.
Zion, JC, Samad J, Zay Bradford. We was over there like, man, we finna strap these boys up now. Mind you, you're not strapping them boys up down there. We had CT that year, bro, Shaq, Tay, you know what I'm saying, Static. So it's about just getting better, bro. And I remember specifically with CT and Tay, bro, them pulling me aside and just like, hey, bro, just do certain things, like, you know what I'm saying, at the line of scrimmage. And even Shaq, bro, if you was on that team with Shaq, you know how Shaq was, bro. He just wanted everybody to get better and truly was a good teammate and brother to us, bro. But specifically that receiving core with CT and Tay, DK, Mac, you know what I'm saying, those are really good receivers, bro. And me, you know what I'm saying, spending the season guarding those guys definitely helped my career.
Yeah. I remember. Shout out DK too, man. I remember me and DK had a talk before practice. It was during fall camp.
Mm,
And I remember DK was like, he was like, man, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
mm,
He was like, they gonna have to play you.
yep,
And I was just like, man. He shook my hand. He looked me in my eyes. I remember this is a moment me and him shared that I'll never forget. He looked me in my eyes. He was like, bro. He was like, I'm telling you. He was like, just keep doing what you're doing. He was like, we talking about you. And I
mm,
was like, man. It is crazy because like earlier how you was talking about the upperclassmen and the impact we had on the young dudes.
yep,
It's just like, man, stuff like that, hearing stuff like that, it's like, you're doing something right. And for us to teach y'all something like that and
mm,
y'all teach it to the younger dudes, that's outstanding.
nah, for sure.
So, just always make sure, if a receiver or somebody you're going against is giving you positive feedback, that's always a plus.
Yeah,
Feel
yeah,
me?
definitely.
So, yeah, man. What was like your favorite practice in like football? What was your favorite practice memory on the blue?
Ooh, I want to say spring ball 2022,
Mm-hmm.
first scrimmage.
Yeah.
And if you was there, you know what went down. Like football is a competitive sport, bro. And
Uh-huh.
sometimes it can boil over, and sometimes it do get personal. And
Yeah.
sometimes it get personal, and it's not your fault. I think Av said something to the defense that we didn't like in the meeting before or a couple practices before, and was kind of calling us out. And the leader of the defense at that time, they took that shit personal.
Yeah.
So I remember first play of the scrimmage, T. Jones came down, broke Billy ribs.
Oh,
Like
for real?
yeah, like cracked him. Like, oh man. Second play of the game, they threw a little flat route to second play of the scrimmage, they threw a flat route to Kurt Randolph. Man, knocked his teeth out. JL came down and smacked his ass.
For
So I'm
real?
like, man, it was getting
Damn.
bro. And if you know that was Ashton's first spring too.
Mm-hmm.
And he was my roommate at the time. Going to that spring, bro. We was at Sailway Suites.
Yeah.
Like that practice was crazy, bro. I was out there. I was able to play some blue and some orange. I think Reek was doing like the first half of the scrimmage, and then I was gonna bounce to the field. It was gonna be me and Noe.
Mm-hmm.
And then JC obviously had made the transition down the corner. It was him and Biz in the boundary.
Yeah.
So one was able to play on the field and get some reps with the first team and second team. But man, that was crazy, bro. Like that them first two plays and like that the defense dominated that scrimmage. Like even in 21, bro, he would be practices with like the offense was getting nothing, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just how good we were. And I think coming into that year, we finished like top five in terms of a secondary. And going into the year, we was trying our thing was trying to be the number one defense in the nation. So we really had a chip on our shoulder. And then for our head coach, the challengers at the time, even though we've been playing well and dominating, they took that personal. And then obviously me and B being a part of that defense, I took that personal as well. And then seeing the tone being set early on, I'm talking about the first two plays, I was something different, bro.
Yeah. And it get like that, even when I was there, it had been times where, it done got personal, like you said. And, sometimes how we would say it, man, shit happen.
Yeah.
It's regular. It's football. So, with that being said, what was your favorite memory in the game that you had?
Man, I want to say 2023, so last year, or so I guess 2 seasons ago now. That was kind of my first year being in the rotation and playing and truly playing some meaningful time on the field. I want to say Wyoming, bro, and I came in, I think first quarter, kind of went down, made a hit on the quarterback. Obviously, I was turned up, but I think first thing I remember is looking to the sideline and seeing Jay Will. He was more turned up than me. Like he was out there, bro. He was just jumping up and down, and obviously playing on the blue and that adrenaline and stuff flowing through your body, bro. It's unreal. It's nothing like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely say that game, bro. And I made two back-to-back plays. So you know what I'm saying? That most of it was 12P. They most of the end went to like a flop where I was a C-gap fitter. You know what I'm saying? Clean the gaps. Quarterback pulled and made a play. Turned up off of that. Next play, they had a cut split by X. Run a 10-yard out. Was able to get a pass break up on that play. So I was super juiced, bro. So
What
yeah,
team was this?
that was Wyoming.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I think I seen that.
yeah,
That was when you got that PBU. Y'all was wearing all orange, right?
yep.
Yep. I remember. I seen that. That's a good game right there. How was the transition? From JJ to, was it Coach Warren? Was his name?
Yeah, Demo.
Yep. Shout out to him. So how was that transition? From
Yeah.
finding out Coach JJ was leaving and then getting the new coach. How was that?
Yeah, I remember JJ FaceTiming us around this time. It's just explaining like he was kind of going to step away from coaching and kind of focus on being a father to his kids and stuff like that, which we had no choice but to respect. And then getting Demo that spring, I remember it took a while for us to get a corners coach, and for a while we were just meeting with Ayon. Shout out Coach Ayon. But I think with JJ it was more coaching from like I did this before.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously playing defensive back and things of that sort. And then with Demo, it was a lot more technical and a lot more drill work specific to game situations, routes that you were getting. I remember with JJ in years prior, we was just hard bumping, bro. We was stepping and kicking.
Yeah.
And then, well, I think with Demo, he allowed certain guys, if you wanted to, go on soft scooch and inch back and stuff like that. Me personally, I was a hard bump guy because it just fit my body type, me having long arms. But even though I'm not super tall, but it was a lot more drill work and being technically sound. Versus JJ, it was like I'm gonna tell you this and it's gonna happen, and he was right damn near every time, bro.
Yeah.
But I definitely appreciate both coaches, bro. I learned a lot from both of them. Like I said, JJ was somebody I grew up watching as a Seahawks fan as a kid. So for that to be my position coach, my first year in college football was crazy to me. But with Demo, like I said, it was a lot more technically sound. It was learning some new things. I remember one thing was like peek and peek again. So it's like you pressing 45 and out versus a go ball vertical route. You peeking for that back shoulder, and then if that's not there, you want to looking and leaning. And
Yeah.
like usually, you know what I'm saying, normally it's just looking lean, just lean your body into the guy. But stuff like that, I even, you know what I'm saying, still use to this day. And I see guys on the field up at Boise still using those techniques and drill work. So it's definitely, it helped a lot, bro. Just having two kind of different approaches to coaching the cornerback position.
You remember that day? It was like fall. I want to say it was fall camp, but I think it was spring ball. I want to say it was spring ball when Coach JJ had us on FaceTime with Richard Sherman
Yeah,
in the Zoom call. How was
yeah,
that? Like,
man,
how
that
was
was
that for
crazy,
you when you seen that?
man. It was wild, but I think at the time I was more locked in to trying to grab everything he was saying to us, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was teaching us a lot, bro, and just in a short amount of time. I mean, as an NFL Hall of Famer, somebody I idolized growing up as a football player. But I was just really trying to focus and really take what he was saying into account and apply it to my game. I remember we met with Richard Sherman. I remember we went with I think fall camp. It was George Iloka. He had
Mm-hmm.
came to talk to us in the little room up there, and it was kind of the same thing for me, just trying to make sure, kind of getting beyond that. Oh, this is somebody I watched on TV, and then really just like, okay, what is he telling me right now? How can I apply this to my game?
Yeah. So, you know, it sounded throughout this interview, man. It sounded like you a technician, a technician DB. You know,
Man, I'm trying to be, bro. I try to be.
yeah, you
Yeah,
try to use your techniques as much as possible. And you know, from watching the films that I watched, man, I could kind of see it. You know,
yeah,
you kind of be technical out there, and you know, you use your techniques as your advantage. You
yeah,
know, so you know, how does that play a big role in football, being a technician versus being just an athletic freak?
yeah.
Do
I
you
mean,
feel like being a technician is more important than being athletic?
it depends on the person, bro. So I tell people this all the time, specifically playing the quarterback position. Like you look at guys in the league like Tariq Woolen, where
Hmm.
they just like this freak athlete, but
Yeah,
maybe not the cleanest in terms of tech, but he's still able to make plays. I think he made a Pro Bowl his rookie year. And then on the flip side of it, you got guys like, you know what I'm saying, DJ Reed, who plays for the Jets, played for the Seahawks in the past, where he was a guy that played Big 12 ball, but you know what I'm saying? Not to say he's not athletic or an elite athlete. He just ain't got it like some guys got it. But he's able to get past and make plays and you know what I'm saying, finish in the top 5 PFF damn near every year for the past 4 years just based off his technique and taking that shit serious.
yeah,
Um, for me personally, if I could pick one, it depends on what age. So if I'm 15 years old and I want to just be a freak athlete, or I'm have the potential, like I'm gonna be 6'2", 6'3", and I'm gonna be able to run a 4.4, stuff like that. Yeah, I want that
yeah,
because then it's like now I get these you know what I'm saying, 48 years to develop my technique. But if
hmm,
you a guy that's, you know what I'm saying, 5'8", 5'9", maybe 4'6" guy, 4'7" guy, I think it's paramount that you take into account, you know what I'm saying, drill work, understanding football, cutting off angles, redirecting, using your hands, you know what I'm saying, things of that stuff that are technically sound to playing the defensive back position so that you can play at the level that you want to play. And I
yeah,
think for me, like I said, I played majority receiver in high school. So I really didn't start playing DB till my senior year and training as a DB to my senior year. Like obviously I played both ways, but I focused on receiver in high school. My dad played in the NFL. He played as a receiver. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of bred into me. My grandfather, he played running back for the Bears. So we all kind of offensive players. My brother's a quarterback. So it was all a lot of offense. My stepdad actually played DB in college. He played for the U for a season and then played for FAMU. So I think I was able to get some defensive mindset from him, definitely, especially when I decided to kind of make that transition to try to get an opportunity to play at the highest level, or the next level, rather. Yeah, man, you got to have a balance. Like I tell guys all the time, they're extremely, you know what I'm saying, gifted and blessed. Athletically, you have to make sure your tech is right.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying, it will see it shoot every day. You know what I'm saying, at Boise, it may be a guy, I ain't gonna say no names, or whatever the case may be, maybe a guy that's, you know what I'm saying, he relies too much on his athletic ability and he's not necessarily getting beat, but he giving shit up.
Yeah.
Versus a guy that's gonna come in there, you know what I'm saying, solely focus on his technique and is able to make plays or make the plays the other guy wasn't. But at the same time, man, you gonna play some good comp. You gonna play some guys that's gonna get drafted in the first 2-3 rounds, bro. You gonna, you know what I'm saying, practice against guys that gonna get drafted and go to the NFL. So it's just iron sharpens iron at the end of the day. But for me, I kind of try to focus on being a technically sound defensive back because that's just benefited me. I mean, it's not to say again like I'm not a good athlete, man. I jump up over 44. In terms of a vertical, I'm a 4'4" guy. But I think it was more important for me to be technically sound at the defensive back position.
So, I asked you that because I feel like I'm more of an athletic dude. Like the technique, the technique part was cool too as well.
Yeah.
I had days where I used the technique, and I had days where I didn't use the technique. And I
Yeah.
feel like instead of trusting it and doing it every day and just taking the lumps and bruises with it, I used to have my days out there when I was like, man, I just got to be an athlete on this play.
Yeah.
It might be sometimes it might be like that where you got to be an athlete. And I had also asked you that because we had Kala, shout out Kala. Kala was, I'm not saying he wasn't an athlete. Kala was an
Yeah.
athlete, but Kala was also a fundamentally sound DB,
Yep.
and he made a lot of plays
Yep.
just by trusting the technique.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Technique, being in the film room, bro. I think like I really can't name nobody outside of or that studied the game more than Colin, bro. He was really truly a student of the game, and being able to learn from him as well as y'all my first year, bro. That was definitely made me the player I am today.
Yeah, Kala was nice.
Yeah.
So, fast forward, you end up leaving Boise.
Yeah.
What was that like? What made you decide like, man, this ain't going how I thought?
Yeah, man. It wasn't easy for me. Just
Yeah.
leaving my brothers and guys that, you know what I'm saying, we've been through a lot with each other. I mean, if you went to Boise, you know how it is up there sometimes. Like it's tough times sometimes. But I think for myself, it was just time to move on. I have nothing negative against, you know what I'm saying. Obviously, the players on the team, them guys, my family, bro. And even this year, I'm none but supportive of them and how much they accomplished and the historic run they went on this year.
Yeah.
But I think it was just time for me to kind of move on, just as not only as an athlete but as a student athlete as well.
So, what was the process? How did you end up finding your new school?
Yeah, man. My last season I played at University of Rhode Island. I had a pretty good Porter experience, to be completely honest with you. I was hearing from FBS schools and things of that sort. I ultimately chose Rhode Island because it was a little bit closer to home. Was trying to get off the West Coast a little bit. Like I said, get closer to family and be able to take care of my nucleus if something went wrong, or at least be able to fly home and, you know what I'm saying, be supportive if that came about or a situation like that transpired. But yeah, man, it was a good experience. It kind of is a little bit of a, you know what I'm saying, glimpse of professional football, how free agency is. You know what I'm saying, you might get called from, I'm saying, Minnesota or something like that. Then the next day it's a small FCS school or a D2 school. So you're going to see everything, bro. And that kind of lets you know, like, how good of a football player you are to a certain extent. At the same time, it kind of speaks to the prestige of Boise and how much other schools respect them, just coming out, whether you are going to the draft or just entering the portal.
So, University of Rhode Island, that's in New York?
No, that's in Rhode Island, smallest state.
Wait, oh, it's, because it's a Rhode Island in New York too, ain't it?
It's Long Island.
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. Damn.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So, my bad. So, Rhode Island, so where that's at?
Yo, shout the season, man.
It's in South Kingston, Rhode Island, bro. We Division I FCS school. We playing the CAA. We had a really good season this year. We tied school history
Yeah.
in terms of wins. I think we were 11-3 this year. We made it to the second round of the FCS playoffs. But yeah.
Oh, so y'all was up there doing y'all thing. It sound like.
We had a really, really good year, bro. Historic year for those guys. I think they hadn't made the playoffs in 40 years. And
Okay.
last time they made the playoffs was 1984.
Damn. Yeah, damn. So, was you starting up there?
Yeah, I started a couple games. Unfortunately, like I dealt with a lot of injuries this year. And unbeknownst to me, I had a broken ankle for 2 years.
Up there?
Nah, just like I think I must have broken at Boise and just didn't know. Yeah, so like that was handicapping me a little bit. Tore my labrum, broke a couple bones in my hands, tore my RCL in my hand. Tore a ligament in my ankle, and then just dealing with PTCI with my feet and arthritis and things of that sort. So I was battling within the games I did play. I didn't really necessarily finish the season due to my injuries. Kind of had to step away and look out for my better health. But I was able to, get the opportunity I wanted on the field. But yeah, man, it was a wholesome experience. It kind of was something again that allowed me to mature. Just dealing with injury because I was kind of new for me.
Yeah.
Just kind of being sidelined due to my body not cooperating or being in the space I needed to be to compete and excel on the field. So, yeah.
Okay. And, you said you stepped away because of your health, right? How important is, your physical health versus, just saying, I'm going to tough it out.
Yeah.
Explain to the people how important your health and your body has to be to compete in games and practices. We play football damn near all year round.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't think people understand, like, nobody's healthy. Like, if you playing this game and you playing at the level that we played at, like, everybody's dealing with something. And it's just about how much can you mentally fortitude and endure. But it gets to a certain point where your body just can't do it no more. And that kind of where I was this past season, where, mentally I was able to do it. I can handle playing extremely, extremely well. Like, I actually got to go get checked out because I'm not necessarily feeling it how I'm supposed to.
yeah.
But, man, health is paramount because I remember Coach JJ saying, like, this is a game with an unknown expiration date. Like, you never know when this is going to be your last down, when you're going to, touch the field for the last time, anything like that. So the opportunity that you do get on the field, you're trying to make the most of it. But, man, you got to live your life, too. Like, there's, life after football. I know for me, I don't know if I'm going to play this year. I'm kind of trying to make sure my body's in the right position for me to be able to, whether that's at Rhode Island or somewhere else. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to be there for your family, be there for yourself, because, football ends at a certain time for all of us, bro. Even guys that's going to play, 10, 15 years in the league, it's going to end. And I think for me, like even now, like I got bad osteoarthritis in both my ankles, bro. It's tough days. Like I'm always in constant pain, but I can honestly say like I did it for a game that I love, and I was able to persevere and got the experiences I wanted to out of this, whether I play or not. And then the relationships, man, that's another thing. Like me sacrificing my body is worth it for the relationships that I have today. Whether that be with the guys that I played with or guys that I grew up with that played at other schools and I competed against, or just people you come in interaction with as being a student athlete at the highest level. But
Yeah.
I'm definitely grateful, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. So last thing before we close out, man, I know you seen the game, man. Penn State versus
Yeah,
Boise. How you feel about that?
man. Man, the defense played hard, bro. Ashton, you know what I'm saying? He still went over 100 plus on the team. That was, man, playing 8-9 in the box, bro. It's tough. And if you actually watching the game as a critical football mind, not just as a fan or somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, having superficial knowledge of the game, you seeing how hard it is for him.
Mm,
Defense played well, bro. Besides some, you know what I'm saying, some explosives and things of that sort. But I'm proud of the guys, bro. Just
yeah.
be able to go up out there and do their thing, bro, on a national scale, national stage, bro. Put, you know what I'm saying, back to back Mount West champion up on your back, bro.
Yeah.
And the guys just leaving. I know they carry that with them for the rest of their lives, bro. But I'm extremely proud of the guys, bro. The secondary, bro. Those are all my family, bro. And that whole team, bro. I love y'all boys, man. Keep going. If you got another year, man, you already know what the standard is.
Yeah.
That's the, you know what I'm saying, win the Mountain West championship and win a ball game. And I know, like, I think next year, y'all last year in that, so y'all got to go to the Pac-12 in a minute.
Yep.
So man, just uphold the standard and keep pushing forward, bro. And don't let this, you know what I'm saying, circumstance or how things pan out to be deter you from aspiring to, you know what I'm saying, accomplish greatness and reach for the stars, bro.
Yeah. There we go. So, we're gonna close out right here. J Neal, man, I appreciate you for stepping on the platform, bro. And, just giving it real and authentic about how important it is for athletes in this generation versus how it was back then, just giving them the game. And, is there any final shout outs and things you want to say right here? Like anything else?
Just want to say shout out to my roommates, bro. Shay, Jay Will, bro. Y'all carried me through a lot, bro, while I was up at Boise. Shout out to that whole secondary, bro. The band, the crew, BYB. Man, I love y'all boys forever.
Yeah.
Man, even, like I said, the relationships, even to this day, like for me, you know what I'm saying, get up on here with DC, bro, that just a testament to how close that brotherhood is, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was 4 years ago now, which is crazy to say and think about. That season I played with DC, bro. But, man, we truly family, bro.
Yeah.
And if there's anything I can do for any of y'all, bro, DC, bro, you already know how it is.
Exactly.
It's all love, bro.
Same way. Likewise, King. So, before we exit, man, I need another shout out to the Chalk Talk podcast from you right quick, man.
You already know, bro. I love this platform, bro. Shout out to the Chalk Talk podcast, bro. Hopefully I'm back up on here doing something, man.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, bro. Thank you.
For sure, bro. Love.
Show 'em everything 'cause you don't care. Must be a supermodel, you're everywhere. Them your friends that they call you very rare.
Playboy, just get on out there. Show her everything 'cause you don't care. Must be a superstar, you're everywhere. Superfly standing out, you're very rare.